Hi, my name is Tina Kabalka. I am a director for 31. I live in Lebanon, New Hampshire, and my director, Carol Boschman, asked me if I would make a quick video explaining how I have recruited so many people this year. So I've put together a few points, and we'll go through them with you rather quickly, and just giving you my thoughts on what is working for me. First off, I'd like to share a quote that I received on my phone today that kind of explains where I'm at and how I'm doing it this year. I've been a consultant since last year, and starting in January, things changed for me, and this quote pretty much sums up how it's changed. It's a quote from Erma Bombeck. And it says, "It takes an uncommon amount of guts to put your dreams on the line." And when I read that quote, I felt a real connection, because that's how I feel this year, is that I have an amazing amount of dreams that have been popping up in my head, and I'm doing everything I can to make those dreams come true. So let me back up a minute. One of the things that I've noticed in myself this year is that I have finally discovered my real reason why I'm doing 31. And it came about on a phone call with Carol one day. It was a coaching call, and I was very frustrated. Things weren't going the way I wanted them to go. And I said, "I don't understand this. I really want to do this business. And I'm just not doing as well as I thought I should be doing. And I'm not putting in the time that I really should be putting in." And then I all of a sudden said, you know, if this was my husband's business, I would be on that phone making contacts, I would be booking parties, I would be entering parties for him, I would be recruiting people, I would do anything for him. And Carol immediately said, "So you'll work harder for him than you'll work for yourself." And that's what was the turning point for me. I honestly found that I will work harder for Peter than I will work for myself. I am a very happy and content person. I would be happy as anything. If people who know me well know that I would be very happy sitting on the couch every night with a ball of yarn and knitting needles, making a pair of socks. But doing that is not going to achieve the dreams that I have for my husband and I and for my family. And so once I discovered my real reason why, and knowing that I'd work harder for Peter than I would work for myself, it really made the turning point for me, and that happened around January. Since January, I have recruited 13 people to my team myself, and my team has grown from 6 people on my team in December, and as of today we're at 23, which is just amazing to me. What happened in January, I went to Carol's January Jumpstart, and at that meeting we were making goals for the year, and one of the goals I made for myself was to recruit 18 people by June. I went to Carol and showed her what I had written down, and she said, "You know, Tina, that's really hard to do." And she had recruited 17 last year, and so I found it interesting that I was saying I was going to do 18 by June. I just picked a number, and when Carol told me that, "Geez, Tina, that's really hard," that's really all it took, was somebody telling me that I couldn't do it. She didn't really say I couldn't do it. She just said it's really hard to do. And so I had a goal, and I was going to meet that goal. And so I started, as soon as I got home from January Jumpstart, contacting everybody I could think of. Everybody. Asking them to have parties for me, telling them about the business. I just was talking to everybody. Another thing that I do is, and I started this last month, and I'm doing it this month as well, right beside my sink in my bathroom, in my bathroom area. I have a large Post-it note that I put my goal for new business partners. I write that on there, and it's a large Post-it note, and so for March I put 5 new business partners, and then beside that I put 5 little Post-it notes, and those little Post-it notes were empty, and they were going to be filled with names as I recruited people. Well, let me tell you, the beginning of March was awfully scary to look at those 5 little Post-it notes every morning and every night because they were empty. But I saw them and I kept on thinking, who do I know? Who's interested? Who might need some extra money? And it was right there in front of me every day, those 5 empty slots. Those 5 little Post-it notes just looking at me like, hey, you haven't put anybody here yet. And as the month went on, I continued to share the opportunity with people. I booked parties and had got in front of people. I talked with people on Facebook. I did everything I could, and all of a sudden, those little Post-it notes were getting filled up. And instead of 5 new business partners, I had 7. I was blown away. I was so excited. So for April, I've done the same thing. And I've put my goal for April up there with my little Post-it notes. And it's there all the time for me. It's, I can see it every time I go to brush my teeth, get ready for bed, take my contacts out. There it is. So in addition to that, I also have a system, and it's not anything technology savvy. I have a index card that I write the names of all the people that I am working with who might be interested in doing 31. And I carry that index card in my pocket every day. All day. I have it in my jacket pocket or my pocket at work, and I take it out and I think about those people every day. And I might send them a text and see what they're thinking about with 31. I might send them a card in the mail and just let them know I'm thinking about them. I've invited people to CNCs, but that card right now it has 16 people on it. I'm always adding to it and subtracting from it, and I refresh it at the beginning of every month because it gets all crinkled up and I write notes on it and everything. It gets messy, so I freshen it up every month. Take off the people who have signed up, which there's always people on there that have signed up, and add people who I've met during the month that might be interested. So I always keep people right in my pocket. I'm always thinking about people, and I'm always thinking about, have I talked to them this week about this? I don't hound people. I don't call them every single day. I don't text them every single day. But I make sure that I'm staying in touch with these people and keeping them in the forefront of my mind, so I don't forget about these wonderful people who would like to join my team. Because joining my team is all about timing. It's not always the right time for people. I offer the opportunity to all sorts of people. One thing that I've found is that you need to listen. Listen to people all the time. There are so many people right now in our world and in our social circles that are looking for $500 a month, $200 a month. Everybody's looking for some way to add to their income. And all you have to do is listen, and when somebody says something that leads to them looking for something different, looking for a new career opportunity, all you need to do is just say, hey, have you ever thought of 31? And I don't take no for an answer. I continue to probe. I continue to say, okay, so, you've never thought of 31, you haven't heard of 31, and I just continue to, some people will say, I don't like to sell anything. And I'll just say to them, I know just what you're saying. I don't like selling anything either. But these bags sell themselves, Just keep on asking. I don't take no for an answer until somebody's told me no at least 3 times. And then I back off. Some of the people who have told me no right at the beginning, they're on my team now. So you just need to talk to them, and usually there's something that's keeping them from trying this. And it's your job to find out what it is and to get rid of those fears. Another thing is talk to everybody. Talk to everybody about 31. I have actually said that I need a t-shirt that says, if I haven't talked to you about 31, I haven't talked to you. And I mean it. I talk to everybody about 31. Am I driving people crazy? Possibly. But again, it takes an uncommon amount of guts to put your dreams on the line, just like Erma Bombeck said. And I honestly don't care what people think of me when I'm giving people, the opportunity, because I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know if they're having a hard time with their mortgage. I don't know if they're in debt. I don't know what their story is. And it's my business, it's my job to offer the opportunity. It's their job to tell me, their story and tell me if this is appropriate for them or not. I don't judge people. I don't look at somebody and say, oh, well, they don't need this. Oh, well, they're too busy to do this. Or they are a stay-at-home mom and they really don't have time for this. I let them decide. It's their decision. It's not mine. And if I could come up with 100 reasons why anyone might not want to do 31. Because I'm creative. I can come up with those things. But I don't. I just continue to offer it to everyone. And I also do a lot of just sharing what 31 has done for me and my family so far. I'm sitting at my desk that I just bought last month. My office. I never thought I'd have an office. And I just, I share with people. I've never talked about my income. I'm a registered nurse. I make a good income, but I don't tell people how much I make as a registered nurse. I tell people all the time what my commission check is, because why not? It could get people dreaming. And the last thing I want to tell you is that I think the most important thing about recruiting and about sharing the opportunity is being absolutely positive about 31. You don't know who's listening when you're talking about 31. If there's a pattern that gets discontinued or anything that you could focus on that might be negative, talk to somebody else about it. Talk to your husband about it. Talk to your director about it. Don't talk to other people about it, especially if someone might have recruits in the room. Stay happy, stay positive, and believe in 31. I mean, look at what it's done for so many people. It can't be wrong. So that's one of the most important things, is to stay positive. I'm always happy and upbeat about 31. And even when I have down days, I have my down days at home, and I deal with them. And when I go out and talk about 31, I am completely positive about it. And that's very, very important, to stay positive, because 31 is a positive business, and you wouldn't be in it if it wasn't positive. So those are just some things that I can think of off the top of my head, of what has worked for me. Like I said, I've recruited 13 so far, and we're only into the first week of April. So I'm hoping that I hit that 18. That would be amazing. And really, I'm having a blast. It is so much fun to be working this business. This business is so much fun when you're out there